In His Shadow by meniekeime. Chapter 5. A Protective Father. Sirius's point of view. I made my way through Hogwarts as a dog, searching for the dungeons for Snape. Black, you can turn back. Nobody is here at the moment. It came from behind me. I transformed and looked back at the dungeon's master. Come with me into my classroom. I followed the beta, entering the room full of potions. He sat down at his desk and motioning to a chair for me to sit. Well, what I could find out, Harry has become a victim of what we like to call omega shaming. His family has seen him as less than worthy because of his status as an omega, and even though Hufflepuff likes to call themselves a safe place for omegas, it seems that isn't what it used to be. There are some things I can recommend. First off, Harry is not to return to Hogwarts. His image is already ruined here. Also, we need to get him away from his family. They are the number one cause for his insecurities and beliefs. I nodded my head, trying to process this information. Sirius, I would like to be able to get him out of school without much risk. But you need to get him out of this horrible family. I know they are your friends, but Harry is my cub. I don't care if we have been friends. They hurt him. They get what they deserved. Remus and I will adopt Harry. I will make sure of that. I already wanted to leave, but Snape stopped me. Black, you need to be careful with Harry. He isn't used to loving parents or living without rules. He will often come to you or Remus for guidance. I figured as much. Azkaban didn't ruin my brain cells, you know. I didn't want to be so aggressive, but it seemed it came out that way. Good. Then you must have already figured out that my own godson has taken an interest in Harry. I don't know how you want to proceed with that information, but if Draco hurts Harry in any way, I'm on your side. No omega should be mistreated. I was on my way to Godric's Hollow, to the Potter home, together with a goblin. He was a family friend. I was able to figure out the adoption papers that were written in a language so confusing that neither of the Potters will try to understand. Old friend, come in. How's it going? Lily, come. Guess who's here? James greeted me, and the redhead came running downstairs and threw herself around me. Hello, Sirius. Come inside. Why did you come over? We know how risky it is for you to leave the house. I was perched on the couch. Actually, I wanted to bring you a document about Harry, I said, folding out the papers. Not again. Harry only brings so many problems. When he doesn't find an alpha in the next month, I'll sell him, I promise you. I will end you, James fucking Potter. But I put a smile on my face and lied smoothly. Then this will make you happy. When you sign the papers, you can give away all responsibilities for Harry. You will be free of him, only living with one alpha son. I didn't lie directly when you look at it, but of course, Lily had to ask questions. And where will Harry go? I don't know, but do we really care? Lily just shrugged her shoulders, grabbing the quill. Well, that was easy. Without reading the papers, they signed, and I was out of the house, bringing the parchments to Gringotts. I need to add my son to my vote and buy him a Christmas present, and put him in a new school. It was clear to me that he wasn't attending school until September. We need to really re-educate him. I wanted to send him to Bobadogs, but turns out they only take transfer students from 1st to 5th year. So, Durmstrang it is. The school was well known for being modern and open-minded. Perfect for little Harry. I sent an applications letter and went home to my sweet family. I needed to tell them all the news now. Harry started crying, but not as much as my husband. Remus has always wanted children, and each heat reminded him that he would never be able to have one. The ministry sterilized all werewolves, leaving my beautiful Omega broken-hearted. It was in our genes to disstyle children, especially Omegas, and being sterile made Remus fall into depression for a long time. But now we have a son. One more than perfect, Harry Black. I thought nothing could destroy our happiness now. How wrong was I? We had just sat down on the couch when I heard someone come knocking on the door. Who wanted something from us? I'll go, I said, standing up, looking through the little hole. There stood a young blond man. He seemed nervous. Well, he was a young fellow, and I would be able to pin him down in seconds, so I unlocked the door. But the smell that came inside made my inner father flare up. I grabbed the young alpha's shoulder and pushed him to the ground with force. So you're the bastard that rubbed yourself all over my son! I screamed in his face. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Black. I just came here to check on Harry. I was told he left school and I became worried. When the raven heard the blonde's voice, he jumped up from the sofa and tried to pry me off of him. Father, please, don't hurt Draco, please! When I heard the broken voice of my son, I let Draco go. He stood up and pulled Harry into a hug, owning a growl from me. Snape told me you had to leave. I became so worried over you. I thought you were hurt or abducted, or worse, my little Harry. His little Harry. And who are you? I heard my husband ask. With that, the two separated, but Draco left the hand around Harry's waist. Ugh. I'm sorry that I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Draco Malfoy, son of Narcissa and Lucius Malfoy. Thank you for letting me into your house. He gave me his hand to shake with a meaningful look. Then he shook hands with Remus. Harry, didn't you make some bread? Shouldn't you go put it in the oven now? Harry nodded his head quickly and left, running to the kitchen. The second he closed the door, Draco straightened his back and put both hands behind his back. Mr. Black, Mr. Lupin Black, you have a wonderful son. I have never met a more innocent, beautiful, utmost perfect, invincible. I am a stranger to you, but not to Harry, and I have tried making various attempts to tell him my intentions, but it seems he is too innocent to understand me. So what, young man? I'm not just giving you my son. He took a deep breath and looked me in the eyes. That is why I'm asking if I could properly court your son and make him fall for me in every possible way. I will stay loyal to him, not pursue anybody besides him, and accept every challenge he will put me through. End of chapter 5.